At the end of this video, you would be able to design a professional looking blog like what you are seeing right here. Yes, a blog that can earn you a minimum of $100 daily using the 2 steps that were actually highlighted in the previous video on this channel. When you go over to our channel, you're going to find this video where we talked about 2 tips on how you can earn $100 daily from your blog. And the most important aspect of that video is that we mentioned that you can actually start earning from your blog on the very first day that you publish or design your blog. In that video, we promise to make a brand new step-by-step video on how to design your blog from scratch. So if you're actually watching this video and you have not seen this video on this channel that talks about how to start a blog and make money online, I recommend you watch that video immediately after this video so you can see exactly how to monetize this blog and make a minimum of $100 from the very first day, which is today, after you have designed this blog. So once again, I say welcome to you to this step-by-step guide that would show you exactly how to design a beautiful blog like what you are seeing on your screen. Please take note that no matter what niche you decide to go into, you will actually be able to use this step-by-step guide that I'll be showing you right now to design your blog. Whether you actually want to design a travel blog like that which you are seeing right now here, which we'll be redesigning from scratch, or you want to design a tech blog, or you actually want to design an entertainment blog, any blog at all that you want to design, you would be able to do that right here with this video and this guide I'll be giving to you. Now, what are some mind-blowing features that this blog have? As you can see here, this blog has a very captivating logo and title, which I'll be showing you how to change or upload your own logo right on your own blog. And also it has the featured posts. All of these are featured posts that you can see. I will definitely be showing you how to impute all of these featured posts on your own blog. Now, when you go down, you are going to see the section where it shows a banner spot. Yes, this is a spot where you can now put in your AdSense code or the ads that you would actually be getting from Google. And here we have feeds on Facebook. Here we have the section that displays your Facebook pages, and we have these share options that we highlighted in the last video. Without wasting time, I will be walking you through the process on how to get this blog designed from start to finish. Are you ready for us to get on this journey on how to design this beautiful blog? Let's start with mentioning the requirements of you actually designing a blog. Now, for you to actually design a blog, it is very important that you buy a plot of land, as it were, on the internet. What do I mean by that? There is a high need for you to purchase a domain name and a hosting. So this simply means you are purchasing a plot of land on the internet where you are going to host your blog files. Now, how do you get your domain name and hosting? It is very, very easy. All you need to do is head on to this website called V.S.L.webhosting.com. So it's a website that sells reliable domain names and hosting. And a mind-blowing aspect of feature of this blog is that we offer 24 hours live chat support system. The only company in Africa that actually offers that. So no matter what challenges you're actually facing from your blog or your website, you come over to the live chat section and you get replies to it. So what do you do when you get on this website? The very first thing is to choose your domain name or to impute your already decided domain name. So take, for example, I have decided to design a blog called V.S.L conceptsblog.com. So this is the domain name that I would actually want to purchase, as it were. Now click on this button to continue, and it's actually going to load up the domain prices for you. Now, regardless of whatever country you are watching this video from, you can actually make payment for this domain in your currency. All you need to do is, if you are not in Nigeria, come over to the top right corner here. You will be able to switch to any currency that you are actually in. With that, you'd be able to make payments for your domain. But over here, we're in Nigeria, so we're seeing this in Naira as it were. Now we'll click on Add to Cart. After adding this to cart, the very next thing to do is to select the web hosting. Remember I mentioned that you need a domain name, you also need a hosting for you to actually purchase or design this blog. You actually need something that we call SSL security, but an added advantage that you have for using V.S.L web hosting is that you get the SSL security for free. So that SSL security is actually what makes your website secure, as it were. So now we click on Add Web Hosting, click on Explore Packages. When you click on Explore Packages, you are going to see the different packages that we have on the website. Now, I always recommend that if you are starting a new blog, you can decide to start with the plus plan of 2,600 Naira as it were monthly, and then you pay annually for it. Now, once your blog begins to get traffic, you can now switch over to the deluxe plan or the ultimate plan. So I'll be going with this plus plan and click order now. Now we'll also see use a domain already in my shopping cart. Click on use domain. The domain name I've entered will be here. Click on use. Now you see the option for you to actually pay monthly, semi-annually, or annually. So I'll click on annually because it is going to help me save 17% as it were. So I'll click on continue. So when I click on continue, it brings me up to this section. I'll now put in the DNS management, tick all of these, tick all of them, and then click on continue. So immediately I click on continue, I will be seeing the amounts that I need to pay for my domain name and my hosting. You can see the both of them here, domain name here, and you see hosting here. So I'm actually going to give you a promo code that will reduce this price because you are seeing this video. Now come over here and put in the promo code V.S.L student. Now once you have that promo code V.S.L student, click on validate code. Immediately it is going to take off 15% from this shopping cart as it were. So the price has reduced from 51,000 Naira to 47,000 Naira. So this promo code will work for you regardless of where you are purchasing this domain from. So we'll go down, put in the billing details. If you're an existing customer, click on existing customer, put in your login details to the website. But if you are a new user, click on create new, fill in all of these informations, and then put your payment type as Rave by Flutterwave or bank transfer if you want to do bank transfer. But I recommend you use Rave by Flutterwave so you can make payments with your card, with your mobile money, and the rest of them. After doing that, you click on checkout. So immediately you click on checkout, it's going to bring up the option where you will now make payments for your domain, and immediately you receive your cPanel login details on your email. Yes, you are going to receive this email. The email will actually carry details that would give you access to your control panel. Now, what is your control panel as it were? Let me briefly explain for those persons who do not know anything about web design. Remember, I promised to go down to the basics. The control panel basically is what gives you access to your hosting account on the internet. Remember, for you to actually design a website, you need to upload files on that server, which I'll be showing you how to do now. So this is actually what makes the website your property. If anybody have access to this, the person can claim ownership of that website and manipulate the website as it were. So you're actually going to see a username. You are also going to see a password immediately after purchasing your domain name. So we are now going to log into our control panel with these login details. But how can you now log into your control panel? What would you type in as the link? All you need to do is go over to your browser and type in your domain name. Remember the domain name that we purchased. If your domain name is abcd.com that you have purchased, you put in abcd.com/cpanel. That cpanel there means control panel. So I'm now going to put in my own domain name and put in /cpanel. /cpanel. So once you put /cpanel, then you hit enter. Immediately it will bring you up to the section where it will now ask you to put in the cPanel login details. Then you can now go over to the email that you received, copy the username as seen here, ensure you copy the username. Now go over to this point, paste in the username there. Now copy the password, ensure you are not copying any space with it. Go back there and then paste in the password. Then you click login. Immediately it will successfully log you into your control panel for your domain that you have purchased. Congratulations, we are now one step away from designing this blog that will be earning us a minimum of $100 daily if we implement those steps that I mentioned in that video where I talked about how to monetize your blog. After logging into your cPanel, you are going to find so many things here, and I recommend you don't start exploring things and temporary things that you do not understand. Else, you might destroy something that would take you so much time to fix, or you spend so much money to fix. Now, for us to design a blog, we have two options of designing a blog. We can decide to design a blog from scratch, meaning that we would be the one to write in all the programming codes that are required for us to design a blog. Now, the second option that we have is to use a content management system to actually design a blog. Now, what is a content management system? A content management system basically is a system that has been designed whereby you can use templates to design your blog. What do I mean? Instead of you to now design this blog from scratch, going to learn programming, write all the programming codes yourself and the rest of them that will make this blog come live, you can import already designed templates and just edit those templates. That's exactly what we're going to be doing right now. Remember, I told you that you really do not need any experience for you to actually do this. This video guide would help you. So we are going to be using a content management system called WordPress. So all you need to do is scroll down on your cPanel. You are going to see WordPress Manager by Softaculous. Click on it. And when you click on it, you are going to find install. Click on install. Yes, after clicking on install, you will now find the section where you now need to put in your blog details for us to design this blog with WordPress. Now on this section, we see choose installation URL. You are going to find your domain name here, and then you will see in directory. Please, because this is a new domain you have purchased, ensure that this in directory is empty. Ensure this point is empty. So after doing that, you can now go over and put in your blog name. V.S.L concept blog. Good. What is the description of the blog? We can just put lifestyle blog. So if you are running a tech blog, ensure you put in tech blog. If you're actually running an entertainment blog, ensure you put in entertainment blog. The very next thing to do is to put in the admin username and the admin password. Please note that this admin username and admin password is different from your cPanel username and your cPanel password. Remember, cPanel is what gives you access to your hosting account. But WordPress is something that we want to install on that hosting account. A CMS we are installing on that hosting account that will now help us design the blog. So we will choose a username and password for it. So what's the username we'll be putting? Let's use admin, and then you can choose any password that is good for you. So I've selected this password. Now it have asked us to put in our admin email. So you can decide to put in your Gmail address, or you put in an admin email for that domain. I would quickly show you how to design an admin email later on in this video. But you can just put in your Gmail account. So this is basically the Gmail account, donrich506@gmail.com. That's my personal email account. Then scroll down and click on install. Immediately, you are going to find out that WordPress is installing on your domain and the installation is successful. Please, it is highly recommended that you save that admin login details and password that you entered before you come here. So you go over to your notepad and save that information. If possible, you can save it on your mail anywhere, because that is what you'll be using to be logging into the dashboard of your blog. So at this point, a new URL have been generated for us. This URL here is a URL for us to visit our website or our blog, as it were. Once we click on this first URL here, it is going to open up this preview for us. As you can see, this blog or this page does not look so attractive. We cannot even call this a website or a blog. But as mentioned, we are going to be using templates, importing templates and editing those templates to ensure that it looks very beautiful, like what we saw at the beginning of this video. Now, the very next link you are going to be seeing here is the link to your admin URL. Please copy this link and save it somewhere. Now, for us to actually edit this blog, we need access to this link for us to edit that blog. You get the point? So all you need to do is what? Copy this link, put it on a new browser and hit enter. It is now going to ask you for the username and the password that you have actually set up at the beginning. Now, what username and password did I put? I put in my username here, admin, put in my password, and then I will hit login. Immediately I hit login, it will log me into my WP dashboard. So now we have two different login details. We have the login details to your cPanel, which the hosting company sent to you, and the login details to your WordPress dashboard. So this WordPress dashboard is basically where we would actually be designing this blog that will be so attractive. Are you enjoying how I am taking you step by step, ensuring that you are not missing any step on how to design this blog? If you know you are enjoying that, do well to hit the like button and ensure to mention in the comment section that I am doing well. Come on, make my head big small now. You know how they try, not be so. Let's go on. So after logging into your WordPress dashboard, the very next thing to do is to ensure that you have a theme that you actually want to use. Remember, I mentioned to you that we are not going to be doing all of this programming ourselves. No, we would actually be importing a beautiful template, and we would use that template to actually design this blog. Now, if you go over to the appearance section here, click on themes, you will see some basic themes that WordPress has. You can see this one that we have 2024. This is the one we currently have on the website. That is what is responsible for this look you are seeing here. Now you can see this one here, you can see this one, you can see this one. So these themes are not attractive themes. So we now need to upload our own theme that we would be giving you access to. It is that theme that will actually make this blog look so beautiful. Now what do you need to do? Click on add new theme, upload theme. So once it brings you up to this section, there will be a need for you to upload the theme file that I will be giving to you. Now, what I'll be giving to you later at the end of this video is a file that looks like this. So this is actually the file that I would be giving you access to. Now, this file basically is the file that carries that theme file that we'll be uploading on our WordPress dashboard. So what do we need to do after receiving this file? All you need to do is what? Ensure that you extract this file, unzip it. Once you click on this, double click on it. If you're using a Mac computer, it will unzip and you find a folder called main. Once you open that folder called main, you're going to find this addend zip file. This is the file that we actually need to upload on our WordPress dashboard. So we'll go back to WordPress, click on choose file. Once we click on choose file, go to that main folder, you will see the addend zip, then we open and then click on install now. Immediately after installing, you are going to find this section that says activate. Now after activating, you see it takes you straight up to the section where you now need to install and activate plugins. Now all you need to do is go to this plugin section, click on the plugins here. So once you click on plugins, you are going to see this prompt that says this theme requires the following plugin. Now click on begin installing plugins. You are going to find all the plugins that are required for this theme to actually work. So over here, what you can now do is to manually install these plugins one after the other. Now you're going to see it will say successfully installed. Then you go back. Once you go back, click on install contact form. It will successfully install. After doing that, you go back. Once you go back, come over to the third plugin, install. Then you go back again and then install. Then you go back again and then install this Smart Balloon Social photo feed. So after doing this, you have successfully installed all the plugins that you require for this blog to function. Now the very next thing that you need to do is to activate the plugins that you have just installed. So you can now go over to install plugins. You'll find all the plugins here. Now I think one of them is remaining. You can see this, click on add-in core install. Find installed, go to install plugins again. Evanto Market, we can install that. Now go back to install plugins, select all the plugins, go to bulk action and then activate. So the plugins basically are the things that actually makes your website work very, very well. They are just like the engine of the website. So now go and return to dashboard. Once you return to dashboard, the very next thing you are going to do, once you return to dashboard, you can now decide to go and refresh this your home page, which is your blog. Now let's refresh. You are going to see that it has given us a wonderful, beautiful look that is better than what we had before. But you would observe that this look is not complete yet. We have not imported the demo content of this theme. Now, all of these terminologies I'm using is not really important for you if you don't want to go into web design as a professional. But if you want to go into web design as a professional, I recommend you take my website design course. And that is definitely going to make you become a professional web designer. So if you're actually watching this video for the purpose of designing this blog, just follow step by step what I am doing. At the end of the day, your blog will be up and running. So we were actually talking about the demo. If you observe, you will see that this blog has no post content. You see that this blog has nothing to show except this first page, no menu and the rest of them. We'll now go back to the back end, the dashboard. Click on appearance, put your mouse on appearance. You will now see import demo data. Once you click on import demo data, you are going to find this button here that says import demo data. Once you click on that, you scroll down, click on continue and import. It will now start importing all of those things that I said were missing in the blog. So after doing that, click on visit sites. You will see a brand new site that has exactly what I showed you at the beginning of this project. Now all of these things you see here are demo blog posts. You would actually be removing all of these posts and then installing your own post as it were. We have a whole lot of things to explore to make this blog become a standard blog. But the very first thing we have to do is to ensure that we add our logo. Now you might decide that you want to change this logo and put in your own logo. How do you do that? Very easy. Now come back to your back end. You are going to see this add-in theme here. Click on add-in theme. Once you click on add-in theme, you will see theme settings and start customizing. So when you click on start customizing, it brings you up to this section where you can now select or change anything you want to change on this theme. Over here we see the colors. You can change the top bar menu color. This is the top bar menu color. You can change this and make it any color that you want to make it. You see this top bar have changed. So any color you want, any color at all, you can change it to any color that you want, and then you click on save changes, then you go back. So once you go back, automatically that changes must have saved, but it will completely save once you publish it for it to show live on your site. Remember over here we said we wanted to change the logo. Now once you come over to the header section, you are now going to scroll down to see setup logo. So select image. You can now select an image that you have designed. You can decide to use a logo. You can decide to head on to Canva to design a logo. Now you upload your logo here, you are good to go. So after doing all of that, you can now do what? Publish changes. I have just shown you how to change the site logo. The very next thing that we may actually want to do on this website is to edit the menu bar. Now, what is the menu bar? If you come down here, you are going to see home, feature, post type, buy, contact us, and the rest of them. This is the menu bar. This menu bar basically carries categories of your blog website. It also carries contact us page, about us page, and the rest of them. A typical example of the menu is what you see on this blog. You can see lifestyle, natural remedies, weight loss, fitness, fertility, and the rest of them. So this menu basically helps you categorize all your posts. So when someone comes to your blog, he wants to see the lifestyle blog, he goes to lifestyle, he will see everything about lifestyle, all the blog posts that you have actually posted. So these categories is basically what will make your blog look organized. If you see what we have on this demo, you can see that it is not organized. So how do we do this? We come over to the back end, go to appearance. Now go over to menus. You click on menu. Once you click on menu, you can now see a section where you can now create a new menu. Let's recommend you create a new menu. Click on create new menu. Now put the menu name, let's say home menu, and make it the main menu. Okay, make it the top menu also. Now click on create menu. So after doing this, you have successfully created a menu. Now you need to be adding pages and categories to the menu as it were. How can that be done? Now once you come over to the most recent or click on view all section, you are going to see the home. Click on this home. You can now add to menu. You find out that the home have been added to menu. So if you click on save menu and then go and reload your home page, we reload this page, you are going to find the home have appeared here. So we now need to add other things to the menu. So imagine that I am now creating a lifestyle blog. I will now be having like 4 or 5 categories for this lifestyle blog. So what can I now use as a category for this lifestyle blog? I can head over to ChatGPT and tell it to write 5 categories for a lifestyle blog. It has given me 5: health and wellness, fashion and beauty, travel and adventure, home and decor, and personal development. I will now start looking out for topics that I will now be writing for these categories. But first, I need to impute these categories on my menu. Let me just pick 3 categories that I'll be writing about. The very first category I will need to pick is this one that says health and wellness. If you want to design a tech blog, you can come over here and say write 5 categories for a tech blog, and ChatGPT will give you all of those categories that you should write about. And now we go over to the back end. Once you go to the back end, you will now see the categories section. Click on categories. When you click on categories, you are going to find the categories that have already been added to this theme. You see creative, nature, travel, fashion, lifestyle. But these are not the categories that we actually want to use for this website. So we need to remove these categories and put in our own categories. So when we come here and search for categories, we'll be able to add them to our blog. So how can that be done? Now, if you go over to post section, put your mouse on post. you are going to find categories here. Click on categories. When you click on categories, you are going to find those categories that are there with the blog. So now let me delete all of these, select all, and now you are going to see bulk action, delete, apply. So we have successfully deleted all those categories. So I'll now be adding the first category, which is what? Health and wellness. Slug should be health and wellness too. For the slug, remove the space and put in dash health and wellness, and then add new category. So immediately I've added that, you see health and wellness here. So I'll go back to ChatGPT, copy the second one, fashion and beauty, and do the same thing right there. Put in the name, fashion and beauty, paste this, remove the space, fashion and beauty, and then add new category. The very next thing to do is to add the third one, travel and adventure. Copy this, come back to categories, add this category, travel and adventure. So travel and adventure, put in the slug, travel and adventure, and then click on add new category. So you can now put as much or as, so you can now put all the categories that you actually want to appear here. After doing that, you are actually good to go. So we'll now go back to our appearance, go back to menu. Now while on menu, we'll come back to categories, click on view all. You are going to see all our categories here, the 3 of them, and then we'll click add to menu. So we have automatically added a category titled fashion and beauty, health and wellness, travel and adventure to this menu that we have created. Now it's also important you go back to pages and then add contact us page, add to menu, contact us page to this menu, then come down, click on save menu. So after doing this, we can now go and reload our page. We are going to see that we have automatically added all of these categories on our menu on this blog. Do you enjoy how I am showing you step by step, not leaving any stone unturned? Yes, I am giving you all the value you need. Do well to like this video and ensure to comment in the comment section that you are enjoying this video. Now we have added categories. The very next thing that we would want to do is to add our posts. Yes, these posts basically are the posts that we want to write about. Now, how can you actually generate posts that you would be writing about? Now, take for example, you want to write a blog on fashion and beauty, or let's even say travel and adventure. You can come over to ChatGPT and tell it to generate 10 blog posts for a travel blog. Now, these post titles are titles that we would now use to write our blog post. So as you can see, I can now say 10 hidden gems, unforgettable destinations off the beaten path. You get from backpacking to luxury resort, finding your perfect accommodation, solo travels guide, tips and tricks for navigating the world alone. So I can now copy this title and write a blog post about this title. Now it is required that you make your research very well before you write your blog post. But because we are doing a test run, I will be using ChatGPT to generate a blog post for this blog title. So I have just asked ChatGPT to write a blog post for this title, Solo Traveler's Guide, Tips and Tricks for Navigating the World Alone, and it has given me this wonderful, mind-blowing content that you are seeing here. So what am I going to do? I will just go over to my back end, go over to posts. Remember, we now want to post a new blog. Now over here you see some demo posts that came with the theme. Come over to add new posts. Now once you click on add new post, you will observe that it brings you to this WordPress basic editor. But this editor will not make it easy for you to actually edit your post very well. So I always recommend you do something. I did not do it before now because I want you to see this and see the need why you need to do what I want you to do. Go back and then go to the plugin section. Click on add new plugin. You are going to see a plugin called Classic Editor. It is the first plugin you see once you go to add new plugin. Install and activate this plugin. is installed, and now we are activating it. After activating this plugin, you can now go back to posts and then add a new post. So once you click on add a new post, it has brought, you will see that it is now giving you a more organized way for you to edit that article. We'll now go back to ChatGPT, get the title of the article. This is the title that it has given to us. Copy this title, and then we paste this title here. And then we'll come over to the write-up. We'll copy the write-up as it were. Copy the whole write-up, and then you paste the write-up where? Here in this description section, and you are good to go. As you see, it has given us a short guide as to how we can do what. So after pasting in this write-up, there will be need for you to add a featured image. What is a featured image? Now, if you go over to the blog here, you are going to see this image that previews at the beginning of the blog post. You are going to see this image that previews here. That is the featured post. So how can you get this featured post? It's recommended that you use images that are of high quality and images that you have license to use. So I recommend you go over to iStock Images. iStock Images. iStock Images basically is that website where you can now get images. The images are not free, but I will show you how to get these images for free as it were. Now you can now come over here and search for the kind of image you want. Now what's our blog post about? Our blog post is about Solo Traveler's Guide. So we can now copy this title, let's say Solo Traveler. I go to iStock and I search for a Solo Traveler image. Solo Traveler, hit enter. Now it is going to give me images of solo travelers as it were. All you just need to do is select the image that is best for you. Let me select this, right click on it, open image in new tab. You will be able to see this image. Click on it, save the images, and then write Solo Traveler. Good. And then click on save. So once you click on save, you are good to go. Now you can now come back to this editor, come over to this featured image section, set featured image, select image. Now go to the download section. That is where we have that image. You find the Solo Traveler, click on open, and you are good to go. Now click on set featured image. So immediately you click on set featured image, you are going to find out that this image will show as the preview of this blog post. So what's the next thing to do? Remember, we now have to select our category. On this section here, you see fashion and beauty. This is what? Travel and adventure. And then you click on publish. Immediately after clicking on publish, you have successfully published this blog post on your blog. So if we reload this page now, we are going to find this blog post here saying Solo Traveler's Guide, Tips and Tricks for Navigating the World. And if you come over to the adventure, travel and adventure section here, you are going to find that this blog post is the only blog post that we have on this blog. Once you click on it to open it, you are going to find the article that we have just written as it were. Do you enjoy how I am taking you step by step, showing you how to design your blog, how to get your blog post, and how to actually post this blog post for them to be visible? Yes, if you appreciate how I am doing this step by step, do well to ensure that you like this video and mention in the comment section below that you are enjoying this mind-blowing content that I am giving to you. Now, if you go over to the home page, you are going to find out that we have some blog posts that we do not need. For example, this blog post titled Hello World and all of these other blog posts, they are all demo posts on this blog. We need to remove them. Let us remove those blog posts so we can actually see how beautiful. So you would actually need to delete all these blog posts and then create your own blog post, just as we have created this blog post right here. So what can we now do to delete this? Go over to the post section. This is the post section. Now you are going to find all the other posts. These are all the posts. You click on them one after the other and you trash. So once you trash, that particular post have gone to the trash section. You come over to trash section here, you are going to find it there. So now when you go over and reload your page, you will see that that particular post is gone. So you can now see here that that post is no longer here. So all you just need to do is to ensure that you post like 10-15 different blog posts on this blog and you are good to go. The very next thing that you might want to do is to edit this contact us page. That is, if you want a contact us page on your website. Now, how can you edit this contact us page? I've just shown you how you can actually edit your posts, publish your posts. Now go back to posts, come over to pages. You are going to find that contact us page here. This is it. Click on edit. Now once you click on edit, you are going to find the image, which is the featured image that showed on that contact us page, and the write-up that you have on that page. All you just need to do is what? Edit this write-up and you are good to go. I have just shown you how to step by step design a professional looking blog that would actually make you earn a minimum of $100 daily. Remember, I posted some of those tips in that last video that would help you actually get this blog post monetized, that would help you actually earn money from this blog post. Now you can decide that you really do not want to do this blog yourself or design this blog yourself. You can contact me with the link you find in the description below, so I can design a professional blog for you that you can use to start your blogging journey. It is also very, very important for me to inform you that there are so many other things that you need to know about blogging. This is just the basics. How to design your blog. There are also so many things that you need to know about how to design or write SEO optimized content. Remember, I talked about SEO in that last video, which is the act for your blog post to appear when people search for topics related to your blog post. Take for example, someone goes over to Google and search for tips for a solo traveler. This blog post is supposed to come up if we have optimized this blog post on search engine, for example, Google. So all of those things are the things that will be showing you in our complete blogging course. But don't bother yourself about that for now. All you just need to do is what? Ensure you have your blog up and running. Do you appreciate the wonderful tips and guide that I've given to you on how to design this blog? If you do, ensure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel and make sure that you turn on post notifications. Use that to tell me thank you for the good work that you have done. And I'm very, very sure that you will get mind-blowing benefit from this. Now, if you observe, I uploaded a theme file that we actually use to design this blog. How would you get that theme file? Use the link in the description below to send me a message so I can send you that theme file for you to actually do what? Design your own blog. Remember, I will not give it to you for free, but it is something that is almost significant. Very small amount. Just send me a DM so I can send you the theme file so you can design your own blog right away. What are you waiting for? Head on to designing your own blog. Purchase your domain name and hosting from V.S.L Web Hosting so you can get your domain name and use the promo code V.S.L Student to purchase your domain name and hosting so you can get a discount. And do well to contact me for this theme so I can give it to you, and then you design this blog that would make your blog mind-blowing and one that can earn you so much. Please, some other mind-blowing videos will pop up on your screen right now. Ensure you watch those videos because they would sure make you earn so much money on the internet. I'll see you in that next video.